Good morning, everyone. My name is Paco, and this is Coffee and Headlines. It is Sunday, April 12th, and here we are once again taking a quick look at what's going on around the world, near and far, enjoying some nice coffee. Yes, new intro. I'm glad somebody noticed. Excuse me. Yes, we have a new intro. I'm not crazy about the music, but we're tweaking things as we go. Good morning, Michal. It's great to see you, Kathleen. Paul, how is the weather in Washington, D.C.? And will you come home soon? I miss you so very much, dear friend. Good morning, Eddie. And good morning to everybody that joins us morning after morning looking for um, connections, looking to get connected, stay connected with one another, stay connected with the world, keep track of what's going on that is important, but also keep track of what we need internally, what our souls need to nurture ourselves through these periods of isolation. I also want to extend a special welcome to those friends that are watching us through YouTube. We are now also available on YouTube. We go live here on Facebook at 10:30, and now I am uploading the daily shows to my YouTube channel, and I'll share the link for it as we go along. So let's get into our headlines this morning. There's a little bit of stuff to be concerned about. There's a little bit of stuff to laugh about, as always. So let's have a quick look. Um, I have not been reporting on number of cases locally because there are other sources that have been doing this very effectively, but we seem to have jumped overnight. Puerto Vallarta now has 10 cases that are confirmed of COVID-19. Well, not overnight, but certainly in the last few days, there was a surge of cases that were confirmed here. And we know that as of yesterday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Puerto Vallarta has 10 cases confirmed, and I believe we have three local deaths, which is sad to hear about. But our numbers continue to be low, and let's hope that thanks to all the safe distancing that we're doing, we will continue to be able to flatten the curve as we get closer to stage three of the pandemic. I want to show you this photograph of this very nice um, gentleman with a gentle smile. And I want to tell you about him briefly. This is Tomas Ordos, and Tomas Ordos is the famous Mexican playwright that is responsible for having penned Princesas Desesperadas, or Desperate Princesses, the wonderful Spanish comedy that has been presented here in Puerto Vallarta for the last 6 years by Perro Bravo, a local production company, and four truly extraordinary local artists. There was a season in which it was presented in English at Encanto. No, not at Encanto, at the Palm. But Princesas Desesperadas has made us laugh and warmed our souls for 6 years now. And Tomas Ortuzastegui, I want to tell you a little bit about him. He unfortunately died a few days ago. In 37 years, he wrote over 400 plays, half of which were performed. He wrote plays that were performed by important Mexican actors like Silvia Pinal and Enrique Alonso. And something that is quite noticeable of him is that he was very generous with many um, theater companies in donating his rights or licensing his plays free of charge. I know not the details of this, but I do know that the cast and production company behind our production of Princesas Desesperadas stayed in touch with the playwright through the years. And I also understand that the local production of Princesas Desesperadas is the first production to be performed by men uh, impersonating women. So it's nice to know that our production remains a special production. And of course, we bid farewell to this wonderful playwright who lost his life on April 8th He was 87 years of age. Are we bored? Have we watched enough movies? Have we cooked enough? Have we cleaned our house enough? Well, Make Use Of gives us a great resource on 100 plus tips for staying entertained and engaged while we are at home. And there's a lot of categories from doing stuff with friends remotely. I don't know if you know this, but it is possible to log into Netflix and other television providers and watch together with friends, even where you're remotely. I haven't explored this yet, but there's all kinds of fun links here on things you may want to consider if you want to learn something new. There are courses available for free that you may want to consider. Then I learned that Grace and Frankie, the very popular show on Netflix, put out a live table read of an episode that is not yet available to the public. So this was a premiere of a brand new episode. I'm going to share the link of this for you to be able to enjoy after we're done today. Um, Today is a very important religious holiday in Mexico, Sunday, and of course, whereas usually the small town of Talpa de Allende near Puerto Vallarta would see thousands and thousands of Catholics arriving, the town is empty, and this is quite startling for those people that are in Talpa. But of course, we have all been seeing. All kinds of broadcasts coming from the Vatican and other religious places that are important this week. So it is unfortunate, but hopefully this will all change as we move forward. Um, if you follow Saturday Night Live had their at-home edition last night. Thank God for technology. Somehow they managed to pull the show off, in which all the performers did their part from home, including Tom Hanks, who opened with his monologue. As you know, Tom Hanks and his wife Rita were among the first celebrities to be known to have contracted the COVID-19 virus, and they're fully recovered. So it was heartwarming to see Tom Hanks in what seems to be pretty much his first public performance. I'll give you the links to all the sketches. They have 12 sketches from last night, including, of course, um, some very famous ones such as Donald Trump and so forth. And this is really, well, it's funny to me. We have been reporting on the Mexican. Hold on, let me look at you. Okay, now I can look at you. In past, if you've been following these daily broadcasts, we've been talking about public shaming Mexican style. I introduced you to lords and ladies and how they're not nobility titles. We experimented or speculated on what we would have called the Canadian men that had their beach scene, if they were Mexican lords or ladies. And what I'm getting at is that we now have a brand new lady. Lady Casas is in the house, so that you know that I'm not making these things up. Lady Casas is an entitled lady who was driving from probably Guadalajara heading to Chapala just a couple of days ago. And of course, she was stopped by the officers that said, well, you cannot continue forward. And the very moment in which she became Lady Casas was when she said to the driver, well, it's not my fault that you don't have two houses to go to. Boom. That's how you become a lord or a lady. She got caught in public. She got caught videotaped. And of course, it's a matter of time before somebody identifies her, and then somebody's going to publish her license plates. And then her life is going to be miserable moving forward. And this is how Mexico shames people publicly. Lady Casas. I'll give you the link in case you want to watch the whole video. I play it here, but I think it'll be a lot more fun if I show you the link so that you can share it with your friends. And as I mentioned earlier, well, we have all of our coffee and videos in my YouTube channel. I'll give you the link to that. All the different episodes have their show notes attached to them. So if there's anything that we talked about that you want to go back to and you want to revisit it, you're more than welcome to do that. So let's see how everybody is. Good morning, Candace. Candace likes the music and the new intro. Margaret, it's so nice to see you. I hadn't seen you here before, but it's nice to welcome you here. I don't know where you are, but I surely hope that you're safe and sound. Good morning, Pamela. It's good to see you. Oh, good question. Did anybody else feel the earth move this morning? I was sleeping when this happened, but apparently there was some shaking going on early in the morning. Did anybody feel that? Anybody? Let me know in the comments. Is drinking wine on that list, Paul? Let me tell you, drinking wine is a good thing. I think. Um, I know I'm guilty as charged of drinking my share of red these days. What can I say? It's a good thing to do. And of course, let me see who else do we have. Tamara Bradley. Good morning, Tamara. It's good to see you. Um, I don't have much more to add. Today is Sunday. I'm planning to try to take the rest of the day off, although this is nearly impossible. I enjoy being busy and I enjoy finding wonderful things to talk about here. I am very grateful, I must say, that you have been so kind to share knowledge of these broadcasts with your friends. It's nice to hear members of our community that are starting to reach out to me because they have something important that they want to share. So we are going to be featuring more live interviews as we move forward. We're going to have a special guest on Tuesday telling us how to dispense food to those people that are in need, how we can contribute to help others that need help right now. So moving forward, I'm very excited that these broadcasts are being watched and enjoyed by more and more people. I'm always eager to hear your comments, your opinions, your suggestions on how we can make them more important for other people. Um, Michal tells me that this is good to know. Let's see. Um, Oh, good. Another restaurant we can trust, the Big Apple. I don't know where the Big Apple is, but I sure hope, Michal, that you will take some time to either let us know or write something on the Facebook wall of the restaurant. We know that our local eateries need all the endorsement that we are able to give them. If it's genuine, please take 2 minutes of your time and just share your thoughts, either with your friends or with the restaurant themselves. They need the testimonials, they need help so that we can feel comfortable going out and enjoying restaurants again. That's all I have for today. I wish you all a good Sunday, and we will be back tomorrow morning. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.